Good morning, sunshines. Welcome back to another Let's Learn. Today, we are again working out of the 500 crochet stitches, the ultimate crochet stitch Bible, and we are working on page 38, which is the Simple Marguerite stitch. It has a multiple of 2 stitches plus 1, and then you add 2 for the base chain. It looks like a very thick, let me show you. It looks like a very thick pattern. I can't really tell because it kind of on that pattern looks like, I don't know, it looks like double crochets that are like twisted on each other is what it looks like to me. I don't know. It's weird. So, if you're new to the channel, before we start right in, let me introduce myself. My name is Marty, and on this channel we just kind of explore new stitches, try new challenges, and embrace the awesome flaws that are part of everyday life. Awesomely Flawed is how we got the name of the channel, Flossom, Awesomely Flawed. And let's just hop in, shall we?
Okay, I've got all of my chains made. It is my multiple of 2 plus 1, and then I added 2 for the base chain. All right, so row 1 says make a spike loop, meaning yarn over and draw through into the second, third, and fifth chains from the hook. Okay, there's the second, third, skip the fourth, and the fifth chains from the hook. And then it says yarn over and pull through all 4 loops, but I have 5 loops on my hook. Okay, pull through all 4 loops. Okay, that is called a Marguerite cluster 3 spike loop. Chain 1, make another cluster by picking up 1 loop in the chain that closed the previous. Okay, right here. Second loop in the same place as the last spike of the previous. Skip 1 chain, and then the last loop in the next chain. Yarn over and pull through. Skip 1, and in here, I'm so confused. Okay, hold on. I think I'm screwing up because it doesn't say, it says 4. So maybe I'm not supposed to yarn over. 1, 2, yeah, that's what I did wrong. 3. Okay. Pull through all 4. I better go back. All right. It's fine. We're fine. It's fine. I need to make that chain again. All right, so in the third, second, third, and fifth, and then see, now we have 4 loops. Okay, so I yarned over and I wasn't supposed to, and then you chain 1, you go back in here, and in here. Okay. All right, and then it says, oh, we just repeat that to the end. Okay, so 1, 2, and then you skip 1. Okay, so we have 4 loops on the hook, and then you chain 1. You go right back into that chain, pull up a loop, skip 1 chain, and pull up a loop. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. So here in a second, I'm going to show you I'm going to start showing the graph or the chart rather. I say graph, chart, it makes no difference. But this is the second stitch that I have had to use the graph in order to understand the directions. So there are a, a lot of people that have a really difficult time understanding patterns. And I think that if we can focus, Marty, understand charts and use them simultaneously, that maybe it's easier, or at least it is for me, easier to understand the written pattern, because not always do they put things in a way that's easily understood. At least that's what I'm finding. 1, 2, skip 1 and 3. Yarn over and go through all 4, chain 1. Okay, y'all. This is actually pretty cut and dry. It's just a bit tedious pulling up each loop. So go ahead and work on this. I'm gonna finish this row and then I will see you at the end. Okay, so I'm here at the end and I just noticed I'm doing my little cluster stitch, the Marguerite cluster stitch. I skip 1. I am doing this, chain 1, and then it says repeat to the end and turn, but I have an extra. I don't understand. I have an extra. So I'm just gonna, I guess I miscounted. I don't know. Or I messed up here. We're just gonna leave this right here because I can fix that later if need be. But we're just gonna go ahead and turn. On row 2, it says chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And picking up loops in the second and third chain from the hook and in the chain that closed. Okay. So here's the second, third, and in the chain right here. There's 4. We're gonna pick it up and do that, and then, okay, it says, basically we're doing the same thing all the way to the end. So we're going here, in here, and skip in here. This is so weird. Okay. I don't it's fine. Trust the process. 2. I have a hard time with the not yarning over. Look at how weird that's, look. That's not right. That can't be right. That cannot be right. That can't be right. Okay, you know what? I think I know what I did. It's fine. We're just gonna go all the way. I'm gonna break it all the way down to the brake pads. And we're gonna do chain 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna move this out of the way for a minute because I'm gonna show you the chart. Okay, so this is the chart. These were the chains. We came around. This is the first row that we did. We made 3 chains and come around. So we pull up a loop in the second. We pull up pull up a loop right here and then right here. So I did it all right there. Let's try that again. Okay, so in the second chain right here, we're gonna pull up a loop here and pull up a loop here. So I've still got the 4 loops on my hook. Pull it through, chain 1, and then we're gonna repeat. I'm hoping this works. Because I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith, to be honest. Oh, that looks better. Look how straight that is. See, that's so much better than what I originally did. Okay. 2, 3, 4 loops on my hook. a loop, pull up a loop, pull up a loop, chain. It's actually pretty easy. It's just, I feel like I'm fighting my natural tendency to yarn over before I pull up a loop. Does that make sense? Are any of you having issues like this as well? Pull up a loop and pull up a loop. All right, go ahead and finish row 2, and I will meet you at the end of row 2. All right. Okay, here I am at the very end, and if you'll notice, I don't have, oh, I'm so frustrated. I only have one stitch. So that's what happened over here too, and I'm wondering if I'm screwing something up. Okay, it says to end, pick up final loop in the top of the chain at the beginning of the previous row. Okay. All right, so let's do it. And then that would be here, right? All right. Okay, so basically we're just going to repeat row 2. So it's a one row repeat. Let's do that one more time. In the second chain from the hook, the third chain, which is the turning chain, and then this. And then you pull through all 4 and make a chain. Pick up, ooh, another loop, and another loop. Pull through all 4. Ooh, I got it too tight. 1, 2, 3. This stitch is actually pretty cool. I think it would make a really neat dishcloth because it's sturdy, but it's also quite pretty. It's very sturdy. It's pretty easy. It's fast. Oy. I'm still fighting with myself about the yarn over though. So I think that'll take some getting used to. Ooh. 1, 2. Uh-oh, Marty. 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, y'all. Go ahead and finish out this row. And I'll meet you at the end. Okay, here I am at the very end, my very last little Marguerite cluster stitch. And it did say to work the last loop in this chain right here. And then pull it together and make a chain. I don't like that. I need to fix that. So, my bad, y'all. I can't. I can't. It don't look right. It doesn't look right at all. I don't like it. I need to... You know what? It's fine. I will figure it out. It doesn't look... I mean, I don't like the way that it looks, but it doesn't look bad. So there is the end of row 3. And we're just going to keep working back and forth on chain... I'm sorry. With row 2. Oh my gosh. And we're just going to keep on moving. So I'm going to go ahead and complete this little swatch. And I will meet you in just a moment. Enjoy the stitch.
And I'm back. Y'all, this one kind of challenged me a little bit. So here is the finished product. That's my little swatch. Now, to be completely honest, I need swatches between 9 and 10 inches square because I'm using these as like a sample blanket, a stitch sampler, I guess you could say, blanket at the end of the year. I'm going to be taking all of these swatches that we're doing throughout the year and putting them all together in a blanket. The problem that I had with this one is after I recorded the tutorial section of this video, I had to go back and redo because it was only 8 inches. I redid it 3 times and still, and I'm just adding more stitches. It's still only 8 inches. Don't ask me how that happened. I think that the more that I crochet, the tighter my tension gets. That's the only thing that I can think of. But we're going to make it work. I'll just put a border around it and it'll be fine. But keep that in mind when you're working this stitch, is that it does kind of tend to be compact because the chain, the initial chain was almost 10 inches and then it just kind of, went back in. But it is really pretty. It is quite compact. It looked quite compact. And to be honest, I think this would be really good as like a dishcloth because it's got the texture that will help like with the cleaning. So I think I might actually make this in cotton so that I can use it as a dishcloth. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Let me hold it up one more time. So pretty, right? I don't know what else I would use it for. It might be nice if I used like a bigger hook for a cardigan. I think that would be really pretty for a cardigan. I know when I first started, it it looked to me like it was double crochets that were kind of twisted on each other, but that's how this stitch is made, going, taking loops from the various points. But I think it's beautiful. Let me know in the comments below what you think, and if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a virtual high five. uh, Tickle that like button for me, and I will see you next week with another Let's Learn.
By myself, like nobody's watching. Don't really care if my rhythm's off, 'cause I'm gonna dance like nobody.